Abatacola and Ferrari discuss everything. With Matt Abatacola.
Son, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
I'm sorry I ruined your New Year's Eve party. She tastes like cigarettes.
And Jason Ferrari.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Two complete nincompoops with microphones and access to the World Wide Web. Presented by Mickey Finn's Brewery in Libertyville, Lake County's oldest brew pub. Now, here are your hosts for this shit show, Abatacola and Ferrari.
Hello there, podcast friends, and welcome into another edition of Abatacola Ferrari Discuss Everything. That's our podcast. Jason Ferrari, Matt Abatacola. And guess what? We discuss everything. This is episode number 43. It's called Cashmere Hammer. We're glad to have you download the program as you do faithfully each and every week. Remember, tell your friends, families, neighbors, coworkers all about the AFDE show. We're brought to you by our good friends at Mickey Finn's, the oldest brew pub in Illinois, 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in beautiful and historic downtown Libertyville. Great food, fantastic beer, live entertainment every weekend. Check them out online at mickeyfinsbrewery.com. You can connect with us on social media many different ways. We're on Twitter at AFDE Show.
He was just gonna start humping your leg.
You hump my leg, I will kick you in the face. Get out of here. Get out of here. You horny pig.
That's not cool.
I felt his legs wrap around. He's about to hump me. You horny pig. Oh, me so horny. Peyton, get out of here.
Even without balls, you still have the will to survive.
So we're on Twitter at AFDE Show, Facebook.com/AFDE Show, and you can email us anytime, vegan recipes, sponsorship ideas, or wants and desires, whatever it is.
Or sponsors. Sponsorships.
That's right. It's AFDEshow@gmail.com. Jason monitors those all night long. So email him tonight after you hear the show. Again, this is episode 43. It's called Cashmere Hammer. For us, it is Friday, August 17th, one day after the anniversary of the passing of Elvis Presley, who died in 1977 on August 16th. I know this only because it was my brother Dan's 10th birthday, and kids had to leave his birthday party because parents were calling my parents' house saying that Elvis had died. My child needs to come home now. So his birthday party was ruined by the death of Elvis. Aretha Franklin, did she die yesterday? Or was it yesterday? So now it's same day. Aretha and Elvis.
And Babe Ruth.
He died yesterday too?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So that's old.
Was
like a lot of the social media things.
Oh,
the king, the queen, and the sultan.
He didn't die yesterday. That's how you're saying.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of Health Guardian products.
Yeah, he should. By the way, which is a brand new sponsor here on the program, the Health Guardian, and healthguardian.com. We'll mention them later on in the show. So episode 43, Cashmere Hammer. Goodbye to Elvis. Goodbye to Aretha Franklin. Goodbye to Babe Ruth. You know, now you're not much of a baseball guy, but you're familiar with the name Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Mike Trout, who plays for the Angels, who is already in his career 8-9 seasons old, one of the best players to ever play the game. I mean, the guy is on pace, statistically speaking, to be the greatest player of all time. Okay? And that's how good he is. I have never seen a live at-bat from Mike Trout. Never. And I don't mean like being at a game where he's playing, attending the game where he's playing live. I mean like watching a live game where he has an at-bat. Every Mike Trout at-bat I've ever seen has always been on the news or a highlight or on YouTube or whatever it might be.
I don't even know who he is.
So he plays for the Angels, and they're West Coast.
Yep.
So West Coast baseball,
games are on
I barely
like
see.
3 in the morning.
Right, they start so late for us. He's an American League player, which I'm not. I'm a National League fan, so
Right.
I don't watch the White Sox on a regular basis, so I'm not going to watch their games. Now, if he were in the National League playing against the Cubs, I would see him. So now, and it was this All-Star game that it finally dawned on me that I've never seen a live Mike Trout at bat, and so I asked people on Twitter, if you're a National League baseball fan, if you've ever seen Mike Trout play like a live at bat, whether a TV or in person, because here is one of the greatest players ever playing during our time. And I've never seen him and now it's like it's a mission for me to never see a live at bat from Mike Trout. I'm never going to see an at bat in his career unless he plays for the Cubs. I did a poll on Twitter, and a few hundred, maybe a couple hundred. I don't even remember. I have to take a look. Maybe it was more than that. It got a 50-50 vote. 50% of the people that responded, who are baseball fans, have never seen Mike Trout in a live at bat because he's a West Coast American League player. It's crazy. That's crazy to me. But then you think about it, though, too. Back in the day, that was like how normal that was. Like, you imagine how people in California never saw Babe Ruth, who played for the Red Sox,
or
the
anyone
Yankees,
else,
or anyone
unless
else.
they came to town.
Right.
Right.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
But now, in our opportunity to see, you stream it online and watch it live and pay a small fee. I mean, you can stream live TV if you have like Xfinity cable. I'm sure other devices have that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on pretty much every channel. You don't have to pay to get sports anymore. Just regular local cable channels, you can see baseball games.
Yeah, live. You're right. I mean, you would think if anyone does see it, it's only in highlights. But, baseball and even to a smaller extent, like basketball and hockey and stuff like that, there are so many games that it's not as experiential as like football is, because it's literally like you plan to sit down and have people over to watch football game, because it's only 16, 17 weeks unless you're in the postseason.
Right.
So we're not generally.
No, I mean,
we're like, who the fuck?
But
I've had people over for 162 games. Like,
right. That's the thing where,
if you don't root for them, when are you going to see it?
In
live?
Football, 2 or 3 games that, close games were like one play and you lose that game, that could make your season.
Right.
Baseball, you can go on an 8-game losing streak and whatever.
I know.
But that's the thing, though, that really irritates me about baseball fans and sports talk, especially in this town regarding baseball. People ride that emotional roller coaster over 162.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
You can't do that. It's so annoying. So the Cubs have this rookie, David Bodie, who's like 26 or 27, finally got to the majors.
I heard. I don't know if you didn't hear about that story. I don't know what's going on.
The grand slam walk-off home run. But even then, he had a one a week before where a game tying in the ninth, a 2-run homer that tied the game. Then Anthony Rizzo hit a home run right after him, the back-to-back homers to win the game. And he's making some great plays at third, and he's getting these opportunities because Chris Bryant's out. Okay, now Chris Bryant is a once in an organizational lifetime player. Okay, that's what he is. I mean, the guy, he's rookie of the year. He was, an MVP caliber player. Brought a World Series championship to the Cubs. The guy's unbelievable. And any organization would now, seeing Chris Bryant's playing career, would take Chris Bryant number 1 overall, would make him the face of their franchise. I mean, you can't argue it. But sports talk fans and sports talk hosts and baseball fans in this town can be so dumb and fall in love. It's like that whole falling in love with the backup quarterback thing that we experience in football. This guy's getting playing time because Bryant's out with his shoulder injury. I heard this the other day on the radio.
Position switch, probably something like that.
I've heard that. These are the things I heard. These 3 things.
I don't even watch the sport, and that doesn't shock me.
I heard that they can trade Chris Bryant now because they have David Bodie. That when Bryant comes back, he should play left field and leave Bodie at third because he deserves the opportunity. Okay,
because that's how sports work. You deserve it.
Hang on. Here's the best part. Those 2 comments were not made by callers.
Oh, I saw your tweet.
Those were thoughts
sports talk
of sports talk hosts in this town. Trade Chris Bryant because you have and David Bodie deserves the chance, and move Bryant to left field because Bodie deserves the chance to play third because he's a great glove.
God, when fair weather garbage makes its way into the behind the mic.
That, and now
and maybe that's not the right term, but you know what I mean.
No, it's
meatball.
Stupidity.
It's meatball.
But meatballism of riding that roller coaster is so dumb, and not realizing 162 how long that is for a baseball season. And you say that you know how long it is, but you really don't, because now John Lester, who is the ace of the staff, he had a terrible July. I mean, he had an awful July.
10 months, right?
If you go all the way through, because you can start in March sometimes and play in November now.
End of March and go into November.
Game 7 for the Cubs was November 1st. So John Lester had a terrible July. His ERA was over 5 or over 6. It was just awful. But this is a guy with a proven track record, not only in the regular season, but in the playoffs, and not only just in the playoffs, but for your team in the playoffs. And now people are like, oh, John Lester's garbage. He's no good. Blah, blah, this and that. And his stats are this, his stats are that. It's a baseball season where a guy gets 30-plus starts in a season. you know what? If that's why it's all a game of averages.
Right.
It all averages out.
Well, in a sport
and the
like
guys
we've
that come
talked
back
about before, where you could shit the bed for half the year and still win the World Series.
Not only that, dude, it's a game where you can fail 7 out of 10 times and be an all-star.
Right.
You have a 300 average and you're an all-star. It's ridiculous. So now John Lester pitched last night and he went 6 innings and he had a great game. They ended up winning that game last night 1-0. So Lester was great. The bullpen was great. They win 1-0 on an E&a-half home run. And now all the stupidity here today. Oh, John Lester's back, and John Lester's easy. It's like, come on, stop riding the roller coaster. And I don't mean fans. Fans, I expect you to be dumb. You know what? Because your life sucks, and you're miserable, and you're trying to escape from like everyday life and bills and issues and problems. And then sports does that for you.
And then your team's bad.
Right?
yeah.
But,
it's like watching the Philly fans from back in Invincible.
I get that. Yeah, exactly. And then you have that. Then you compound the problem by having a bad team. Sports talk host and like media people don't be this.
They don't need
stupid.
to perpetuate the scenario.
It's like I expect a fan to be dumb. You get a pass. If you do the job, you can't be stupid. You just can't. You can't do it. So anyway, that's that. I wanted to get to you and let's talk about Roquan Smith.
Yeah,
gets the deal done finally. I knew it would play out like it played out. I knew he would sign. He would be there. Blah blah blah. I knew that teammates, because people were like, "Oh, do you think this is going to be a problem for his teammates?" No. Because the teammates especially get what he was doing.
And it's better for them.
Right. It's better for guys that come after him. That's how it all works. The Bears were in a really tough position because, what is it, CAA? Is that what? Mm-hmm. They had a third or a fourth of all the first-round draft picks were under their under their umbrella.
Main guy is Todd France.
So that's someone you're going to have to deal with again in the future. The Bears, the Bears were stuck. They both compromised to a certain extent, and they got the deal done. No, it's unfortunate, but like to hear the question, like, do you think this is going to affect his career? Oh my God, are you serious? It may affect week 1. Do you think it's going to affect his career? You know what? Open a window, go to a tall building, open a window, jump out.
The text I sent you, we've got some Bear stuff to get into, but like specific to this, I constantly try and tune out, and I get so disappointed by. Hey, you know what? I can't attest for the rest of the nation's sports media. I can only attest for ours.
What I hear.
And these are veteran people asking the same question 30 fucking different ways.
Oh, and I forgot to reply back to you.
Matt Nagy is literally like, okay, I mean, I know for a fact. Okay, he's allotted 20 minutes for this.
Right.
18 minutes. You asking the same question different ways about Roquan Smith, and then at the end be like, so how's Mitch doing? Like, you don't think that's the more important issue?
Well, I'll tell you, and here's the main reason why that happens, Jason, because in those media sessions, 90% of the people aren't listening to what's being asked or talked about. Most people,
but even that's what everyone's going to ask.
But it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But they're not listening.
Yeah.
And
they're just doing this.
It's either that or it's arrogance thinking, well, my question's phrased better.
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll get the answer I want.
Right.
And I'll show the rest of these guys how good I am. Or they're not listening because they're too busy in their head wondering how they're going to phrase the question because they don't want to sound stupid. Even though a lot of them are veterans, they've been doing it for a long, long time. There's still that nerve factor there because you don't want to sound like an idiot. So you're more than happy to ask the same question even though it's been asked by the 3 previous people because you're just not listening, you're not paying attention to it. Or it's an arrogance thing.
And obviously, Bears interviews aren't a place where I'm just like giggling to myself. But the fact that it went on for that long, I think it was like 11 minutes, and that was no one asked any other question other than stuff to Nagy about Roquan's contract stuff. And then there was like 2 minutes left. All right, 2 left, guys. And they do that. And someone goes, how's Mitch doing? And I just started laughing because I'm like, I think it was Widerer. Who asked? Well, and then Hogue asked a good question too. But my
favorite
thing
is
you're wasting everyone's time.
And we talk about this a lot. My time in radio, but the question where a reporter says, "Can you talk about? Like, can you talk about? Hey, can you talk about Mitch Trubisky and his performance? Okay, no, ask a specific question.
Yeah,
like watch the game.
Why is he throwing interceptions?
Ask yes. I've noticed that Mitch is throwing a lot more interceptions to the right side of the field. What is it about his mechanics, or what is it you're seeing or working on to alleviate that problem?
Is the defense? Is there something in the defense that's throwing him off?
Is he tipping something that they're seeing? He throws the right side.
Yeah. Does he have
Ask a specific question.
Not.
Can you talk about Mitch Trubisky? Yeah, he's a young kid with a beard and just got paid.
He was born of a man and a woman.
Right, the second overall pick in the draft. I mean, there was a hockey coach, John something or other.
He's
something
a good
with a
one.
T. I can't remember his name, but I had to look it up because you would love him. Because whenever a reporter asks, "Can you talk about?" he would always respond with, "No, ask a question. Ask a question."
Oh.
We'll pull it up when we break. I'm sure you can find it.
So good.
Can you talk about the third period play? No. Ask a question. Ask a question. It's the best. I wish every coach would do that. And on top of it too, when you ask the same question, 18 variations of the same question. What sport do you get the least amount of information of any sport?
Football. Oh yeah, the league. Period. Yeah.
The least. Yeah. The least amount. So you think asking the same question 18 times, you're going to trick him?
Right.
Oh, I haven't heard this one yet.
And that's what I'm wondering. I mean, like this isn't a Grisham movie. Like you're not baiting him and taking him down a road he's not sure if he's going down. Yeah,
right.
like he's not like you can't handle, but you're like that's not going to happen because
that's right. You want me to answer? You're goddamn right. I want you to answer.
The funny thing is, like, this coach is.
Want the truth? I deserve the truth.
Yeah. This coach is the most straightforward and willing to give up true information.
He's willing to communicate.
And to the point where I've watched multiple press conferences where, like, once he said, is that really what the one you're going with? He called someone out.
Yeah.
And then at the end of another one, he goes, man, you guys are easy. Like, this guy's awesome. Yeah. Like, he will answer your questions. Stop asking the same stupid ones.
All right, so Smith is finally under contract. He's practicing. He can't play against Denver.
No,
he can't.
He should not be playing.
He should, if he can get some playing time in the third game, which of course is the most important preseason game.
Put him in against KC for a bit, sit him for the last game.
Don't play 4 and 5.
And then he plays against the Pack. Maybe not even starts. That's fine.
Oh, no. If he's not ready to start, don't start him.
No. Quit's fine.
Yeah.
Kwiatkowski's fine.
Fine. If he starts week 2 or 3, fine.
Yeah.
I can't believe they traded up and they got this guy and they did this and
I
they
know,
got this and
reading something on, I don't know, some moron said something the other day on Twitter and I was looking at it and they were talking about like day one, blah blah blah, day one, blah blah blah, day one. I'm like, okay, all right, so I wanted to respond but I didn't want to open the you know how that goes. But I was like, okay, so Urlacher, let's use him as an example. When did he start? Week 3. Why? Because he was playing in a rotation on the outside, and Barry Minter got hurt, and he became the middle linebacker and never let it go. Rookie, defensive rookie of the year. Lance Briggs, week 5. Like, settle down. I understand that we're starting the season against the Packers, but it's not like you throw the guy out who hasn't been here all camp, and he gets a soft tissue injury and he misses half the season. Like, just relax.
Not even that. If he's just not fully ready, then he didn't deserve it.
Exactly.
I don't care where he was drafted. I don't care what the ceiling is either. It's just if he's not ready, don't play him yet.
When is he best for the team? When is he going to hurt the team and help the team?
See, and you can make that argument about quarterbacks too. Like I get the desire. You move up, or you draft a guy high, and he had a exceptional collegiate career.
But generally,
he's supposed to be the
toilet team,
the savior of the team. I get it. Well, the Bears were.
Well,
and they move up to 2, and they give up a lot to get this guy, and he doesn't start the season, which is fine.
Right.
Which is fine. Now, on the flip side of things, you look at the Cleveland Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not only has
Mayfield
Hugh Jackson named.
Oh, did you see
the veteran QB?
No, did you see how his name is pronounced? That was all over Twitter all day today.
What?
Someone said, I think it was his agent, said his name is pronounced Tyrod, not Tyrod. I swear I saw there was I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
So yeah,
but that guy's he's good.
Yo,
like
Jackson already weeks ago named Tyrod Taylor the starting quarterback and had Baker Mayfield as the backup. Now there's a story that Mayfield may even be the third string quarterback behind whoever their third string quarterback was. Yeah. Drew Stanton, the dude from the Lions, who I texted you, and I'm like, I didn't know he was still in the league, that he's still playing football. So, I remember him on the Lions. But, so now there's talk that he might even move up to the second string quarterback. I get it, but with that team, I mean, you're 1-31 in the last 2 years, and this guy is going to be, I mean, it's like he's got to have, in my opinion, that situation, that guy's got to have every opportunity to be the starter from the get-go.
But the problem is...
Now, if he can't hold up to it or meet what's at least expected, then fine, I get that.
That's where
to come right out, though, and
gone
say...
to die.
I know, I
which
get that.
Sucks.
I get that.
And it sucks that it's a special situation because any other organization, I would completely agree. But, Tyrod doesn't turn the ball over.
No.
He's got a cannon. He will run that offense efficiently and well. You throw Baker out, his confidence gets shot.
Yeah.
That you set your team back again. I mean, Hugh Jackson has what has he won? 2 games in 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
But it
it's
makes
just
sense.
one of those things like that. That franchise, God,
I get it,
but
and
it doesn't
maybe
mean he's going to start the whole year.
No, of course doesn't. And maybe that is the wrong perspective to have on it. And maybe
just
they're
Cleveland in general. Though.
Yeah,
That's,
but maybe they're doing the right thing by pulling it back
Right.
and letting him develop and see what happens. And if Tyrod Taylor can win, 5-6 games, that's a win.
which
that's
I
huge.
definitely think that guy can.
Right, and if they think that Drew Stanton can give them a better chance to win games, right?
Yep.
Then fine, then maybe that's the right
You've
thing to
got
do
a
it.
Good running back. You've got Jarvis Landry there now. You've got a talented defense.
Right.
I think Dorsey is being
Jarvis Landry is. I loved him in Miami. That dude is a stud.
right. The money he was
stud.
asking for is all right. Let's settle down a
Right.
little bit. And the guy could never get in the end zone, but yeah, he will move you up and down the
He's a
field
stud.
all day long.
Like they call him Juice.
All day long.
I don't know if I like that though.
Yeah, that's not a good one.
I always just keep thinking of OJ.
Yeah. Right. And
Killing
people. You can't forget an NFL Hall of Famer's nickname, regardless of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like there are other words. I don't know.
All right, before we get back to the Cleveland, because I do want to talk a little bit about Hard Knocks. Let's finish up with Smith. So signed. We both agree. Hopefully, doesn't play this week. There's no reason for it. If he doesn't start the season as a starting middle linebacker, I'm okay with that too. Just get the guy to a point where he's ready to go. And I'm not concerned about physical conditioning because had he signed right away and the holdout or the non-sign happened the way it did happen,
Right.
A soft tissue injury, a muscle pull can happen regardless.
Yep.
Regardless of his contract situation.
We're already seeing multiple first rounders out for the year.
Yes, and some people, if he were to get hurt in practice, people are like, well, if he was here earlier, that wouldn't happen. You don't know that. That's not true. It's not the case. If the guy is not fit, if the guy is not mentally ready to play the position, then don't start him until he is ready. It's just that simple. And if it's a matter of sliding him in a few games and he gets a few snaps, he gets 25 snaps the first game, 30, 40, and then eventually is the start. Fine. If that's how it goes, it's how it goes.
You know what's going to be what I think is we have Vic's got to be way happier now than he has been with the pieces he has because. All right, so Kwiatkowski, I think he could start anywhere. He's not the player that Roquan Smith is, but he could start anywhere. So you put him next to Trevathan. Trevathan can't stay healthy. Odds are, at some point in the season, Roquan Smith and Nick Kwiatkowski are going to be your starting middle linebackers. But what a good problem to have. Right. Kwiatkowski isn't amazing in coverage. Roquan Smith is, but why can't you have all three of those guys on the field at the same time? He can do so much mismatch stuff with the defensive backfield not being a glaring issue that, it's going to be interesting. I think people need to have patience. The season doesn't start for a while, and I think he's going to play his way onto the field, and they're going to make him. They're going to make him earn it. He's going to make in practice. They're making him he's making the calls when he's on the field. They're making him do it to see what he retained. Well, no, exactly. Right. And then Nagy said, which I think is really smart. He said, you know what? The mental stuff, if he can't do it, we can dial that back. But we're going to see what he can do, and we're going to limit him in the physical part so he doesn't get hurt, and then we can't do anything with him.
Right.
So it's not ideal, but they got it together. They got him in early enough. There's still three preseason games.
Yeah,
it's going to be fine.
Yeah, it's going to be fine.
We know what that guy was when he drafted him. He is going to be a very good player in this league. Don't rush it.
After he signed, Bovada came out with the odds for defensive rookie of the year, and he popped up as the number 2.
He's been number 2 all along too. It's funny that he never went off the board of names even when he wasn't in camp.
So he's finally signed, and that part of Bear Benet drama is all done and over with. They have a game tomorrow night at Denver, which you will already know the results for when you're hearing episode 43, which is Cashmere Hammer.
I'm watching all of that because I think they're gonna get a lot of playing time.
Yeah, I'll watch some of it. I heard some guys say that at least a quarter, if not a quarter plus.
Yeah.
For starters. So we'll see how that goes.
KC, they'll depending on
depending on how it goes, maybe half.
Allen Robinson isn't going to be playing like the whole game, or people who are kind of there, like Leonard Floyd. But they're going to the starters will get a lot of time.
Now there was a story on CBS Sports today that talked about the impasse that the Oakland Raiders and Khalil Mack are in, and one of the teams that is a cap possibility for Khalil Mack is the Chicago Bears,
right, and the Packers.
The Packers are actually the odds-on favorite to get him.
Yeah.
There's a better chance he goes to the Packers than he actually stays with the Raiders.
Patriots were on that list too.
Of course they were.
Everybody goes there.
That though got me pretty excited. Now I know you'd have to give up a lot, and I don't know if you want to give up at least if you want to give up even one first-round pick. They don't have a second. You'd have to give up 1 or 3 and maybe a player.
Well, no, I mean I'm talking about 2 in a row, like year after year.
You can't do that.
That dude's 27 years old.
Yeah.
Like you bring him in and with Smith and with
you bring him in
Akeem
and then
Hicks
Leonard Floyd all of a sudden becomes an all-pro player.
And Eddie Goldman,
Right.
yeah.
But so it was funny as I was listening to Mully and Haw this morning, and they were talking about it, and they threw this trade scenario out there. What if you were to have to give up 1 first-round pick, a 1, a 3, a 7, and Kyle Long? Because the Raiders need offensive line help. Would you do that?
No.
You wouldn't do that for Khalil Mack?
A 1, a 3, a 7, and no.
I would. I'd do it yesterday.
No.
I would do that easily. I would do that. And then you move the center to the guard where he should be playing in the first place. You've got Daniels.
I didn't know how much you wanted to talk about that because that's
center.
been bothering me for a year.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, and we don't have to get too much into it because I know it really makes you angry. But if the center can't snap the ball to the quarterback, for me, that's a slight problem. If you can't snap the ball, if the shotgun snap is an issue, and it's going to be an issue, if your guy isn't proficient enough where it's going to distract your young quarterback, and if it distracts him for half a second, you know what that is? That's a sack. Mm-hmm. That's all that is. I mean, you're talking about monsters that run 4.5, 4.6 speeds that weigh 260, 270. I mean, these are monsters. Half a second makes a difference in a play. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's the play right there. Yeah, injury, interception.
It's a timing.
Sack,
it's a timing-based
exactly
offense,
right.
Almost solely based out of a shotgun.
And if you can't do it, you shouldn't be in that position.
Right. And he had that. Anyone who is just seeing that for the first time, you didn't watch any football last year.
If Smith can't make calls on the field, then he shouldn't make calls. It's just that I don't care how athletic you are, how much ground you can cover, how great you play. If he
Think
shows
less, make more plays.
If he shows he can't call the plays, then he shouldn't call the plays. If you can't make the necessary snaps in a shotgun, then you should not be the center.
Right.
It's that simple. Particularly when you have a guy. I know he's 20 years old, but you have a guy who can actually do it though, and do it at a higher level. It makes zero sense to me.
Right. And there's still time, right? But I've said all along, Cody Whitehair needs to be a guard. It's got to be your best.
He's a better guard.
Best 5 guys.
Than center.
Yes. He's a better anything. I mean, I honestly think that guy could play, well, maybe not tackle, but like you put him in either guard spot.
He's definitely
fine.
Yeah, right guard, left guard. He's better at either guard than he is center.
Right.
Period.
And Daniels, he's 20, man. Are you ready to hand over that to him? No. But he's been getting a lot of those reps, and I think the Hronis, that's done. I think he's gone.
He's got to be.
Yeah. And Eric Kush, I know he can play center, but no. Give Daniels
he's a guard too.
As much as you can.
Kush is a guard too.
Right. But it's good to have depth.
Simple. Yeah, no,
and you've got,
absolutely.
And you've got 3 guys who can play center.
Absolutely, especially with Kyle Long as one of your starters because he's going to be injured at some point.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Right. Any of them.
Right.
Any of them could. We've had a major problem with depth. But that's why when on draft night, on round 2 night, I said, this is our starting center because Whitehair's got problems with the shotgun, and that's this is the offense.
All right,
it's a shotgun offense.
One final brief thing on the Bears. The long snapper that you wanted the Bears to draft, or at least wanted us to interview,
Tanner Carew.
So what happened now?
So he was an unsigned free agent with the Seahawks.
Okay.
He played at Oregon for
you highlighted this guy pre-draft
a long time ago. Yeah.
Wanted us to interview him.
The only guy that I thought was draft worthy of a long snapper because I just went through every position.
It's so funny.
And I was direct messaging with him throughout the draft process, and then for whatever reason we weren't, I don't know.
We just didn't connect.
We were not able to get him on, but he was released by the Seahawks in late July, and he just signed with the Bears yesterday.
See, here's what's great is that you have a guy who, in the draft class, you felt was the only draft-worthy long snapper. I'm 45, been watching the Bears since 1983. I can only name one long snapper in Bears history.
Remember we wanted to do a show with both of them.
Right.
See if we'd get Patrick on with Tanner Carew.
Pat Manley's the only long snapper I don't even know who the Bears long snapper is right now. I don't know who. I couldn't tell you who did it last year.
Well, we had we had 3 because of injuries.
No idea. I couldn't name any of them.
The
they could be in your house right now on your couch having beers. I wouldn't know they were the Bears long snappers.
Well, yeah, not many people know anything about long snapping. I was just looking at position by position.
Who was the long snapper the 85-86 season?
I have no idea.
No idea.
No, I think Hilgenberg actually did it.
Did he really?
Or
no idea.
One of the starters was also the long snapper.
I have no clue who it was.
We're going to look that up.
No,
but for some reason, I just remember those guys were basically, some of them were never off the field.
So in my what does that make me? 10 in my 35 years of watching the Bears, I can name one long snapper.
I don't know anyone before Manley.
And you have one that was draft worthy.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Super draft nerd.
Yeah. And he's well, at least for the current moment, he is our second long snapper.
All right, let's get current events out of the way because there's this stuff that we have to mention here. Of course, a lot going on with the Orange Clown in the White House. The two biggest stories are revoking the security clearance for John Brennan. And of course we know why he did it. He revoked his security clearance because he's one of the loudest voices of being one of the harshest critics of Donald Trump. Is John Brennan. Now, if you don't know who John Brennan is, this is just truly amazing what this guy has accomplished in his life. Just give you a brief highlight here. He was the Homeland Security Advisor to Barack Obama from 2009 to 2013. The Director of National Counterterrorism Center, August 2004 2005, under George Bush. So this is one of the top national security advisors in our country over the last several decades, right? A guy who, seems to have it all together. Director of the CIA. I mean, this was a guy who, like, if you want national security advice, opinion, thoughts, someone that you want on your team, this is the guy you want, right? So he criticized the president, and so he revokes his national security clearance. And you think, well, if the guy is no longer in the positions, why is it important to have it? Again, the relationships, the years of experience of, being able to work with other countries and the people that he might have relationships with, you want his thoughts in the room. Like, you want his opinion. You want to be able to access that guy. If there's a problem in a certain country that he might know someone really well, or have a good understanding of how they function and work, you definitely want this guy on your side. But Trump, being the babe that he is, revokes this guy's security clearance. Just absolutely amazing. How the walls are just tumbling down all around this guy. And of course, the Omarosa story is just unbelievable. I have no idea who she was. I didn't know that she was part of The Apprentice, whatever, blah, blah.
No, I remember her.
And
I actually watched.
Did you really? See, I never watched. I never watched The Apprentice.
I watched the first season just to be like, what is this now?
So the only
babe,
hey buddy, get out of here. Come on, you're gonna hurt yourself. Stop it right now. Can't come in here and help me. The only senior staffer that was black in the White House, so she gets canned, right? Then he goes on, calls her a dog and a lowlife, and it's a good thing she was fired. And now it comes out these recordings she has, and who knows
how many
exactly she has recorded. But she records General Kelly in firing her. The other recording that came out is Laura Trump, who is Eric's wife, offering her a job on the campaign.
Yeah.
And it was basically, hey, I'm sure you got stuff in your pocket, but you got to be all positive. You're part of the campaign. And you were making $170 at the White House. I'm sure we could work something along those same lines too. So it sounds like, hey, if you keep quiet and don't say anything, because we know you know stuff, we're going to give you the same pay to do nothing, basically. Right.
Yeah.
So now that recording comes out. So who knows what else is out there? And I'm loving it, man. This is just great. It's sad, but it's great all at the same time because the guy is such a clown.
Yeah.
He's such a clown. But it's sad that this is what the presidency has really really developed into.
I don't know. Like, it makes it difficult to just, I don't know, do anything outside of just commute to and from work and not look at anything. Like, because I'm so.
You know what I've done? I've actually given up looking at it on a regular basis. Like, I'll catch the news in the morning. I like to see the top of the hour just because when they give the highlights of anything I missed, I want to know what happened when I wake up or whatever, or throughout the course of the day. But I don't stalk the Trump stuff like I used to. I had to get away from it.
I just, when I was trying to find stuff for us to talk about it last week and this week, I'm just like, God, I'm just trying to
it just pollutes you.
Find stuff in the middle of all of it. Like, I don't want to talk about it all the time. I want to talk about funny stuff like we normally do, and I can't find the stories because they're buried under all this morons BS.
All right, here's some things that I've watched recently. I watched both episodes of Hard Knocks for the Cleveland Browns, and I've always enjoyed it.
I've never watched Hard Knocks. Yeah.
Oh, I think I've always, it doesn't matter what team it is. I think it's whether it's acted, scripted, they're playing for the camera, whatever it might be. I've always been entertained, and I'm a simple person, and whatever I watch, entertain me. I don't care what genre it is.
Yep.
I just want to be entertained, and this entertains me. The Jarvis Landry going off on the wide receivers. We talked about that.
Right.
Seeing that was great because I hadn't seen it when we talked about it, and now seeing it, he was fantastic. And then seeing that little bit about his life, and that's really what I love about it. When you can tell the parts that are genuine and real in the Hard Knocks, and the parts where they humanize these guys, where they're just athletes and gladiators and warriors and beating the crap out of each other to me and you on a Sunday.
Right.
When you see him humanized, guys
came
from other
from
teams,
somewhere.
yeah, it's really special, and it made me like him even more. Seeing him with his wife and his daughter, and they're just like, we're just simple people. We don't do much. He plays football. We're together at our house. That's what we want to do. We want to just hang. Like, I love that part, and you see that he's not just some jock athlete, but he's a father and he's a husband. And when they humanize him, and you see that it's genuine and real, it's really cool to see. Hard Knocks does it really well, and of course to have Liev Schreiber and his his incredible voiceover work is great. So, but Hard Knocks, you never watched any of it?
No.
Would you watch when the Bears were on?
Probably just because the Bears were on.
Yeah.
But I just I love that the Bears aren't on it. I mean, I guess eventually it's going to have to happen, but
right, because now you don't have a choice, right? If they want you to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one other the NFL thing you tweeted me earlier, or you texted me earlier. ESPN is not going to show the anthem.
Right.
That was true.
Mm-hmm.
That was a real thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, they haven't really for a while.
Okay, they haven't.
But
so then why is this highlighted
enough
as being different?
so that they made it? They had to make a statement about it.
Okay. Because they don't want to cause trauma to young kids.
Yeah, apparently.
That's unbelievable.
Because that's going to be a thing. But yeah, so yeah, they really haven't. I mean, you really don't see it. Like, you will if you're watching home games, but a lot of games you just all of a sudden the game just starts and it's the guys in the booth.
Right.
And that's been, for whatever reason, having nothing to do with protests. That's just how it's been forever.
All right.
But yeah, it's gotten to the point that ABC decided to make, or Disney, I guess, decided to make a statement about how they're not going to show it as to not cause controversy, whatever. All
right, another sports-centered show returns to HBO. It is Ballers with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That was on last Sunday, the first episode. It kind of got things started again, kind of brought it back to where they are, kind of get you caught up, and not a great episode, but a really good episode and a good show.
I'm a full season behind.
So, are you really?
Yeah.
Man, it's great. I love it. I was so excited when it came back. I've been waiting for it all summer. So it's finally here. One episode of Ballers in the books. What's his name? The scummy looking singer, actor, British guy, Brand.
Oh, Russell Brand.
Brand.
Yeah.
So Russell Brand is a big character. At least he projects to be a big character this season.
He's so funny.
So those two idiots, they go on and they buy his company out or take it over to keep him from going under or whatever. And he's like, he runs this like extreme sport company, and I like him. He's really funny.
Oh, yeah.
I loved him in.
I think he's a good actor,
Forgetting
too.
Sarah Marshall,
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really good. But just seeing those two interact, it's pretty funny. And I don't know how long he'll play out for the season, if that's a whole story for the entire season, or if it's like just an initial short thing. But he's there for at least the first couple episodes.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see how
he's
it
a
goes.
funny dude, man.
Yeah.
This stand-up is great.
All right, and one movie that I watched this week that I've never seen before. Watched it with Abigail. It was her pick the night we watched a movie a couple nights ago, and we watched Steel Magnolias. It came across the TV screen, and she was like, "Oh, my favorite movie of all time." And I'm like, "Which one is that?" And she's like, "Steel Magnolias." And I'm like, "Oh, I've never seen it." And she about lost her mind. She was like, "How have you never seen it?" I'm like, "Cause I'm a man,
45-year-old male.
I'm a man. I'm not gonna ever watch that."
Steel Magnolia.
So I'm like, we can watch it. So we put it on, and man, was it bad?
I'm sure.
Oof.
It's not
Terrible.
Yeah, you watch The Bodyguard all the time. But
Bodyguard's great. That's a great
It's
movie.
great.
I mean, that was screwed by the Academy.
I've still not watched either of those.
Bodyguard
movies.
deserved more awards. If it didn't get any, then it deserved at least one. But I'm going to recap you real quick. Sally Field is the mother to Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts dies.
Is Dolly Parton in that?
Dolly Parton she looks good. Good looking woman, Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's in it. Daryl Hannah is in it, not as a mermaid. And there's one other.
Or as someone who likes a guy with a big nose.
Oh, Olympia Dukakis, who I love. She's in it.
Oh, man.
Love her
Forgot
from
about her.
Moonstruck. And
Snap out of it. Oh, no, that's Cher, but
Cher,
it's her
yeah.
mom, right? Her mom and
it's her mom. Yep.
Danny Aiello or
Is her father?
Yep.
Yep. And there's one other
have
one.
seen
Shirley
that.
MacLaine. Shirley MacLaine plays like the grumpy old witch in the neighborhood, but they're all friends.
She's a weirdo, but she's a good actress.
She's really good. Oh yeah, and there's good chemistry between those actresses. But I'll save you the time.
I'm not watching it.
Julia
You're
Roberts.
not saving me the time. I'm not watching it.
Julia Roberts has the diabetes, and then she has a kid, and she shouldn't have had the kid, and it killed her body, and now she died. So there you go. That's the end of it.
This is today's early '90s spoiler. For my cousin Jeremy, who's going to be listening later in the week, like he'll be like, "Yeah, wait I guess I don't have to watch another movie." Well, Jeremy, if you've missed Steel Magnolias, this is the ultimate spoiler.
He's gonna stream it on his jitterbug, and he'll be like, "Yeah, Julia Roberts dies." So
jitterbug.
It's all good.
I did text you last night about something that I didn't even know existed. The movie, The End of the Tour. It's awesome.
I had to look it up. Yeah, I hadn't heard of it.
I didn't either, and apparently it came out in like 2015. But it's about the author David Wallace, who was like wrote a book that was like 1,000 pages that became famous in like the late 90s.
Wait, was he a local guy?
Yeah, from
I think he was a score listener actually.
From Urbana.
I think he was a score listener. I think Bernstein used to talk about him. If I'm not making that up.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, he's from Illinois. He's
George
from
Wallace?
He's from
I think that's the name.
George
Yeah.
Foster Wallace.
Yeah, George. Yeah, that's it.
He's from. No, not Dave. It's David Foster.
Yeah, I'm
Wallace.
sorry. Yeah, David Foster.
George. I didn't say George. Did you?
I said George.
Okay, I was like, I didn't bring George.
George Foster.
Yeah, David Foster Wallace.
Yeah.
He's from Urbana.
Okay. Yeah, he was a score listener.
But yeah, so the movie's about Jason Segel plays him. Really,
Wait, which one is Jason Segel?
the guy from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
That's Jason Segel. Okay.
Yes.
I always combine him and Seth Rogen
Okay, well,
as the same person.
yeah, they're not. One's really tall.
Seth Rogen's not really tall?
No.
He just seems really big.
Yeah, and then
Wait, which one smokes all the weed?
Seth Rogen.
Okay.
Well, they probably all smoke a lot of weed.
Oh, okay.
And then Jesse Eisenberg plays the Rolling Stone reporter who interviews him like right before the book becomes famous.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
Jesse
it's
Eisenberg.
really, really good. Trish made it through the whole movie. I can't.
Wow.
believe it. Yeah,
That's amazing. That's a win right
it
there.
really is.
Yeah.
But no, it's really good. It's on Netflix.
Oh, you know what? Chris and I have been watching Sharp Objects on HBO.
have
Amy
not,
Adams.
yeah.
So we are through, I think, five episodes maybe, and there's only 7. There's 2 more to go. Really good.
She's strangely hot.
Yeah, she's not hot is what she is.
Yeah, like
She's not hot, but she's
yeah,
completely.
something's there.
Uh-huh.
Something's there.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, she's not hot. She's hot though. But she's not hot. But she is
yeah.
hot. In a way.
What else? Before we get to tweets. I didn't know that this existed, but it's definitely right up my alley. Apparently, the Paramount Network made a Paul Walker documentary. I'm pretty excited about it.
All right.
I'm gonna watch it.
There
I'm gonna
you
try
go.
and find it.
You know how it ends?
Yeah, God, that's too soon. Still, no. Wait, yeah, it ends with me doing a Paul Walker shot.
That's right.
It's terrible.
What is the Paul Walker shot again?
It's a Irish car bomb followed by a fireball. It's so bad.
Oh, it's awful. You're a bad person, Jason Ferrari.
Moving on.
So now your complaints to
Twitter highlights.
the afdeshow@gmail.com along with your vegan recipes. Have you gone vegan yet?
No, it's September.
Oh, September. Okay. Just in time for football season.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a wedding even thrown in there that I'm going to be like, we're going to bring our own vegan food. That's going to be awesome.
Pull out a lunchbox.
Yeah.
You get like a Paul Walker lunchbox with your vegan food.
I would
in
totally
it.
do that.
I'm sure you would.
Just right in the middle.
Did I know you had a big crush on him or something? Or what's the deal?
I don't have a crush on him. The fake person I created on Facebook, his favorite person, his only likes are Paul Walker and Limp Bizkit.
Oh, my God. Oh, I forgot to mention the Bears when we were talking Bears-Packers. I might go to that game. We're working on getting tickets to go to Green Bay. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun. The only time I'd ever go is the Bears are playing and when weather's warm.
Oh, it's you'd like it though.
Yeah, I know. I've driven by it a couple times when Abby was up there in school,
fun.
but
that's a fun spot.
Looking forward to, so hopefully I'll get to go. All right, so that brings us to our tweets of the week, the end of the first segment every episode. This is episode 43. It's called Cashmere Hammer. We like to highlight some of the Twitter handles that we follow, and we believe that not only in following us at AFDE Show, which you should do, you should be following us if you're on social media. If you're not, go to Twitter, make an account, and have us as the first people you follow. Okay?
And only. I mean, really.
Right, yeah. If you do that, we'll send you something special. A naked picture of Jason. We like to highlight some of the Twitter handles that we follow and suggest that you follow them as well.
All right. First one is our guy Lawrence Holmes, who says, and you normally see the full screen, but my laptop is...
Yeah, what's going on there?
Well, I told you. Remember, it fell and it's...
I didn't know there was a half screen, though.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just that keeps happening, so I moved it up. But it's a picture of the dude shaking his head with the comment, "Wait, Colt McCoy still plays football for money?" Oh. That made me laugh considering you asked me the question that Drew Stanton still plays football.
You know, that actually hurts my heart because I was hosting a late show, Saturday night show, before he was drafted. And I was fighting people left and right that he was going to be a star in the NFL.
Where'd he go? That's the problem. He got drafted by the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah,
that's
right.
the problem.
All right, I'm going to hold on to that because I was convinced he was going to be a star in the NFL. Convinced.
It's many. I mean, like
I fought people on the air with that argument.
The best quarterbacks are drafted by the worst teams, and most of them over the last 20 years have gone to the Cleveland Browns and sucked.
Where's he playing now?
He's the backup in Washington. Who's
the starter there?
Alex Smith.
Oh, that's right. I had no idea he was.
He's actually been the backup for a couple of years.
Oh, has he really?
Yeah, he's played a couple of games and won games. I mean, he's
Colin Kaepernick can't get a job.
I know.
Okay.
Yep. Next from Mark Grody. Couple of
we're going
radio
back to
guys.
Yeah.
His tweet just said, "Did Darth Vader eat?" It just made me laugh.
Oh, for the love of God!
It's like because he's in Denver. He's been there all week. He was tweeting about Red Rocks, and clearly he's sightseeing. But then that came out in the midst of all of it.
Did Darth Vader eat?
All right,
it's a question worth finding out. He should ask Matt Nagy that.
So I love Mike Freeman. Like he's a great Twitter follow, especially with all the the racial stuff in the NFL. But this is if you're tweeting D's nuts at me, you're blocked. The funny thing is, everything else has been like totally serious, and that clearly it's an issue.
That's funny.
All right, Chris D'Elia. I'm trying not to do our favorite stand-up guys every week, and he had a couple of really good ones today. But this one was, "I'm never the best-looking person in the room, so how is it possible I'm always the best-looking person in the airport?"
That's pretty good.
The other one he had was, he's like, "I don't care how busy I am or how good a shape I am in, I will always be out of breath after one flight of stairs." Those were back-to-back tweets. But this one,
the airport one, that's good.
Oh yeah.
That's a wiener.
Barack Obama. So if you've, whatever you think about him, but yeah, we miss you. So he tweeted about Aretha.
Hell,
and
at this point, I miss George W.
His Instagram post is the full extended version of it. But if people don't know it, she sang at the Kennedy Honors and at his first inauguration. Aretha helped define the American experience. In her voice, we could feel our history, all of it, and in every shade, our power and our pain, our darkness and our light, our quest for redemption, and our hard-won respect. May the Queen of Soul rest in eternal peace. Nice. From an educated person.
Photos of her as a young woman.
Yeah,
she's a real babe.
Yeah, so was Diana Ross.
She was smoking hot, man. Yeah.
And the Onion.
Should tweet that out. He should tweet out a picture of her as like a 20-something-year-old and be like, she was a babe.
She was also a babe. Yeah, no, that's the current president who would do that. Oh, and his.
Well, no, he'd have other opinions.
No, there were some really good Onion ones, and I think I actually have the article about this later. But Trump locked out of White House after accidentally revoking own security clearance. That's from our friends at the Onion.
It's so good.
And there's another one from the Onion that made a joke about how Fox News tweeted out about Aretha Franklin's death with a picture of Patti LaBelle. They didn't even they used the wrong person's photo. God. So that happened, and those are our Twitter highlights.
Wait, Fox News actually did that?
That's a real thing, yeah. Wow. And so the Onion posted a picture of a different R&B artist, like mocking it, but Fox News actually had a picture of her with born, died, and a picture of Patti LaBelle, who is not dead.
That's amazing. That John Brennan story too, with his security clearance being revoked. When it happened, Sarah Sanders made one comment as to why it was, and it was like, well, the president said he's been lying and his erratic behavior. And then Trump goes and does an interview, I think with the Wall Street Journal, and he said that his security clearance was revoked because of the rigged witch hunt about Russian collusion. Right.
Yes.
So anyway. All right, so that's our tweets of the week. We like to highlight some Twitter handles we follow. Suggest that you should do the same. If you have an account, follow them, follow us. If you don't, make one and follow us before you die. This is episode 43. It's called Cashmere Hammer. It's Baticola Ferrari Discuss Everything. We're brought to you by Mickey Finn's. Check them out, MickeyFinnsBrewery.com. Live music every Friday and Saturday night. They have great food, great beer, and, of course, fantastic people. MickeyFinnsBrewery.com. And I may actually go there tonight and have a beer.
Nice.
I may do that because I don't have the boys till tomorrow, so I may go do that. Or I may leave here and get a haircut. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet.
There's no way of knowing.
I may do both.
Yeah.
A haircut and a beard.
Go in there and get some...
And a shave.
Some hair falling in your...
In my beer. All right, he's a Baticola, and I'm Ferrari. It's an AFDE show. Back after this.
I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
Well, how are we supposed to know when that is?
You won't. I'll let you know. You are the bouncers, I am the cooler. All you have to do is watch my back and each other's. Take out the trash.
Hello, friends, and welcome back into episode number 43. It's called Cashmere Hammer. It's Baticola Ferrari Discuss Everything. He's Jason Ferrari, and I'm Matt Baticola. Thanks for being a part of the show. We do appreciate it. Remember, tell your friends, families, neighbors, coworkers all about the AFDE show. We're brought to you by Mickey Finn's Brewery, Illinois' original brew pub, 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in beautiful and historic downtown Libertyville. Check them out at MickeyFinnsBrewery.com. If you ever go for great beer like the Pineapple Express or right now the English Pale Ale, the British Invasion, let me know. Let me know, and I will meet you there for a beer, and it'll be on Jason. That's the deal.
It makes sense.
It certainly does make sense.
Especially when they talk to anyone who has no idea who I am, even though they're like, oh, yeah, we'll put it on that guy's tab.
That guy's tab. That guy will pay for it.
Right.
So check him out, MickeyFinnsBrewery.com. So we like to begin the second segment of every episode. And once again, this is number 43. It's called Cashmere Hammer, with our segment called That's So Wisconsin. So Jason likes to find a story that centers around the great state or an individual, something to do with the state of Wisconsin. And that is brought to us by our friends at Will's Northwoods Inn, 3030 North Racine in the South Lakeview area. Check them out online at willsnorthwoodsinn.com. Daily specials, trivia night on Tuesdays, It's a great neighborhood bar. Now, they are a Wisconsin bar, but you don't have to be a Badger fan or a Packer fan. If you like great neighborhood bars, particularly ones on the corner, this is a home run right here. And now you're going to be there Sunday, though.
Yes.
For a very special event.
So if you have a dog, or if you're a weirdo and you want to go just watch other people with their dogs on Sunday from 2 to 4.
Well, so actually, the event will have been done. So because this is Friday, people won't hear it till after. Yeah, because you're going to be there Sunday.
We'll tweet about it.
But we'll talk about it. But just explain what it is, because they do it every year, right?
The name of the event is the Bow Wow Powwow, and it's they have an outside area, and you're allowed to bring your pup, and there are giveaways, and there's a what do you call it?
A raffle?
Yes. A raffle.
They raffle off dogs? Because I have one in mind.
Yeah, we're going to raffle off our dog. But one of the things that are going to be raffled off are the bow ties for dogs that Trish has been making for charity because she's running the Chicago Marathon this year. So she's made some Packers and some Badger bow ties. And Kevin has been kind enough to donate to her charity and to buy a whole bunch of the bow ties to give away. So
if you have a dog and you like to dress him up in clothes, like say a bow tie, I will be posting
as far as I go
on Twitter and our Twitter accounts information and pictures about the bow ties. I think it's something that's very, very cool. But you'll be at this event. It happens every year. So we'll next episode in number 44
we'll recap the Bow Wow Powwow.
The Bow Wow Powwow. We'll talk about that at Will's Northwoods Inn. But right now we have That's So Wisconsin, brought to you by Will's Northwoods Inn.
Yes, and I like this one a lot because I went to this sandwich place a lot.
Okay.
There's a place that's from Wisconsin. It's called Cousin Subs. I don't know if anybody's been to that place. But and they're really going big or going home here. This isn't Wisconsin is opening one location in Chicago. They are opening 40 locations in Chicago. So they're definitely all in the Illinois expansion. And I would go there all the time. It's one of the very few places you can go, and with a sub combo, you get fries. Not chips, fries.
Really? What kind of sub would you get there?
I would get the Italian and fries all the time.
Now,
love it.
Do they have hot subs, cold subs, both subs? Okay.
Yeah. Think of it as, because I'm a really big fan of Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
I love Jimmy John's. I think it's an upscale, if that makes sense, like just a better Jimmy John's.
What kind of bread do they use? You know,
like the company.
Do you know the company?
I do not know who their baker is.
Because I know Jimmy John's bakes their own bread, and Jimmy John's is good, and I'm a fan of Jimmy John's. But I always felt exceptionally full after Jimmy John's because of the bread. The bread just felt really, and maybe it's just me, but
you've never done the.
No, it just felt really heavy.
You've never
done
the core?
No,
where they core the bread out.
It was very, very heavy to me. I always felt very full. Like I knew I ate Jimmy John's when I was done, like for the day.
Well, I feel the same way about Subway because I just hate myself that I ate it.
Subway, I don't feel like the ingredients are as quality as Jimmy John's. But I never felt as full. I just never went there. Now, Mr. Sub, I used to get occasionally, and that's what I grew up on.
Yeah, me too.
And I love Mr. Sub.
Before Subway, yeah.
I just don't have any around.
Submarine.
Yeah, and they're still open.
Yeah.
And I would go to the one in Washington. I'd get off the train and I would make that stop. I'd walk that way to get to before I go to work. But that was good local Chicago. I think it was Toronto bread. I want to say. It might be Toronto. I have to look it up to make sure. But I don't mind giving Toronto extra love. I never felt exceptionally full afterwards.
Funny story about that.
But Jimmy John's always makes I know cousins because being up in Wisconsin or traveling up there or going up there for work and whatnot, I would see Cousin Sub, but I never stopped and ate at one.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
give it
it's not like my favorite sandwich ever, but like it was real close to when I first moved up there.
Yeah.
I would go to Cousins all the time, and I love it because you could go get like a really good Italian sub and French fries.
I do like the idea of the fries.
Because I have in my life gone and gotten a Jimmy John's sub and gone somewhere else to get fries because I just didn't want chips. I wanted fries. They were not far apart, so it wasn't like I was out for an hour getting various food items. But like I like a good French fry with my sandwich.
You know, I have someone special in my life, and I won't mention her by name. What she does, Crystal, she'll go to
also a restaurant.
She'll go to. Like if she has her Taco Bell urge, she'll go get Taco Bell, and there's a McDonald's close by. She'll go to McDonald's to get the Diet Coke from McDonald's, but are food from Taco Bell.
Because
first of all, Taco Bell has Pepsi
right,
products.
but the mystery that is the McDonald's fountain pop.
Right,
yeah.
which she loves. I mean, you give her a Diet Coke McDonald's, and like you think you just give her like a gold bar. So, and I appreciate that. I mean, that commitment
right.
to making your meal as best possible meal it can be. So I salute you, my friend. I mean, for you, you go one place for Jimmy John, another place for fries.
Yeah.
Salute you. Now, here's the deal.
I would go get Wendy's fries when I would get the sandwich.
Okay.
Like sometimes.
I'm not a huge I don't always get fries. I like the idea of having the option of a fry though with your sub.
Yeah.
If you had a cousin sub or your favorite sub, if Cousins is it, with a Meatheads hamburger joint next door, those are the best French fries I've ever had. My favorite. Meatheads, they sell burgers.
Well, but what? Where are they?
Oh, they're all over.
I've never seen them.
Really?
No.
Oh, dude, they're so good. And they do, so they're really thin, like crispy but not like crunchy fries, but thin and crispy fries. And their Cajun seasoning on their Cajun fries.
Yeah, I'm in.
Dude, we get Meatheads every Friday at work. Like Harry's always got to get Meatheads. It's like his thing.
Are they from the Thrill? Or that? Yeah,
I don't know if they're from there, but there's one there by us.
Okay.
I have one by me in Lake Bluff. It's not too far, 10 minutes from me. So I get their turkey burger because I feel less fat getting a turkey burger, but I have to get the large order of Cajun fries. I can't do the regular order, and half of it's gone, if not more than half, before I even get back to the office.
Yeah,
because I'm in the car with Cajun seasoning all over my fingers, and I'm like Jack wiping it all over the seat next to me. So that's good. I like that. All right, I'll have to check it out. Check out Cousins when they get here to Chicago.
Yes, 40 chains. It looks like the first two are going to be, one of them is going to be on 120 West Madison, so I guess right by the train station.
Yeah.
And then
a good spot for it?
Lombard and Hoffman Estates, and then the gradual expansion after that.
All right, well, that's unpaid commercial for Cousin Subs was our That's So Wisconsin segment.
40, dude. That's just great,
no, that's
right?
Huge.
It's kind of like,
huge.
hey, we're branching out. No, we're opening 40 locations.
Hey, guess who's going to hear from us next week?
Cousin Subs.
Cousin Subs. That was That's So Wisconsin, brought to you by Will's Northwoods Inn, 3030 North Racine in the South Lakeview area. Check them out online at willsnorthwoodsinn.com. Add a little bit of God's country in the heart of South Lakeview. Again, not just a Wisconsin bar, not just a Packer bar.
Just a good bar.
Just a great neighborhood bar. Check them out. Kevin, all his staff, great people. willsnorthwoodsinn.com, 3030 North Racine. All right, I got a couple stories for you. And I kind of got into...
I got about 15 from segment one, but we'll see if we can just glaze over them.
I got in Jason Ferrari mode, so here's a story for you.
Uh-oh.
This comes to us from Holland, Michigan. A woman in Michigan says someone mailed her poop. It happened right here in Holland, Michigan. The woman named Donna, who didn't want her last name shared, said she opened her mailbox last month to a package which contained a Ziploc bag. On it was written, "You've been pooped on. Want to know by whom? Turn over." Donna said the package was addressed to her specifically with her name and address listed on the package. When her son grabbed the pair of gloves and turned the card over, all it read was, "You'll never find out who did this." Donna said the package had a P.O. box address listed on the package where sender information is normally shown. WZZM-TV reports a quick reverse address search pulled up poopsenders.com. But it doesn't solve the mystery of who sent the package. According to the Poop Senders website, sending poop for entertainment purposes is legal. Because it's illegal to send poop to someone, but doing it for entertainment purposes in this format apparently is legal.
We need to look into who wrote these laws. This is something.
WZZM-TV did ask Donna if she had any issues with her dog and if someone would want to seek revenge. She said absolutely not. Donna said her 13-year-old dog is always on a leash. Poopsenders.com. A quick search of poopsenders.com reveals you can send horse poop, gorilla poop, and there was one other kind of animal poop you could send to someone. And it was like quart and gallon sizes, too.
I'm still amazed that there's a loophole, a poop hole, if you will.
So that's if you're looking for a gift for that special someone in your life, you just don't know what to get them.
Oh my God.
Poopsenders.com. You've been pooped on. Want to know by whom? Turn over, and not yourself turn over, but the card. I would imagine. All right, here's another one for you. This is a good one. This comes from Forsyth County, Georgia. A local business owner expressed surprise that a naked man, police said, broke into his liquor store, and that police said he only helped himself to a soda. Police said the man used a hammer to break into the Forsyth County liquor store earlier this week. The surveillance video shows it all. Police say the only thing the accused burglar tried to take was a can of Coke. James Carisco said he had always believed if anybody broke into his liquor store, they'd be after cash and maybe booze. I was pretty angry, but a little relieved when I figured out he wasn't into the store to rob it. During the wee hours of Monday morning, Cumming Police, that's the name of the city, said an accused burglar used a hammer to smash the glass doors of Beverage World. The surveillance video...
I like the name.
I do like that. I would shop there.
It's marketing.
Beverage World?
Yeah.
The surveillance video shows, except for a pair of shoes, the man wasn't wearing a stitch of clothing. Officers say Charles Wyatt. Do you want to guess his age?
54.
Good guess, 61.
It's good. I thought young for a second. I'm like, no, this is an old
that's
drunk.
Old guy, yep.
Old drunk guy.
Walked in the store, helped himself to a can of soda, then laid down on the floor for a few minutes. Police said 3 nights earlier, officers also encountered Wyatt walking around the road in front of the store unclothed. He was transported to a hospital the first time. This time he was taken to jail. We've shown a couple of people the video. Some of our salespeople, everybody's kind of amazed. It's kind of funny right now, but it wasn't at the time. Police said Wyatt had a diminished mental capacity for which he takes medication. They said the first time they crossed paths with him, he had missed some doses of his medicine. So naked man breaks into Beverage World and steals a can of Coca-Cola.
Man, that reminds me of remember the guy who got, way back in the day on the show, the guy who got locked... No, did he get locked? Yeah, locked in the beer cooler.
Got locked in the beer cooler,
and all he did was like open a 30-pack of like PBRs.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
so good stuff.
Oh, choices.
So there's
choices we make.
Funny poop stories and then silly criminals.
Yeah,
but apparently, Mr. Wyatt, hopefully he gets on some kind of proper medication regimen and takes care of himself and stops walking around naked.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine.
I
can't
guess
imagine what I'd do if I were off my medication.
There are worse side effects to being off your meds than walking around naked, I would imagine.
Drinking a Coke naked with shoes. Shoes. At least,
on.
Hey, man, there's glass. You got to be careful.
That's right.
All right. Yeah, so I've got a whole bunch of stuff, but we're just going to we'll just fly through some of these things. This is unbelievable, and I had to read it twice to make sure it was accurate, and it is. Woman gets contact lens stuck in eye for 28 years.
I heard the story. That's amazing.
So, long story short, this happened when she was 14 years old. She did not remember, actually, after she went in to have a cyst removed, which ended up being a 28-year-old calcium deposit from a contact lens that rolled up in her eye. And she did not remember it. Her mom had to tell them that, she went in when she was 14.
I didn't know they had contacts 28 years ago, to be honest with you.
Well, but do you remember what they were?
The hard lenses
must
have been terrible.
Like, I remember, like, I still, to this day, I can't wear them because my allergies are so bad. Like, they pop out.
Oh, really?
Like, my eye swells and they pop out. But I remember for a Halloween costume once, I was, like, super cheap. I got, like, a hard lens for, like, a vampire costume. Like, those creepy-ass ones. It was like someone had a pencil and was just like, just poking it in my eye, just following me around. It's the most uncomfortable thing.
This woman is amazing. So she's 14,
28
was
years.
playing badminton, got hit with the shuttlecock in the eye, and it made the contact roll up in her eyelid. She just assumed it popped out.
Right, but it's been bothering her ever since. And just thought that it was something wrong with her eye, but clearly it wasn't top of mind to go in.
Come on, get out of here, dog.
Peyton, babe.
That's insane. Oh, my legs. I didn't shave today or anything. I'm surprised you want to hump me.
Hey, guy.
You horny creature. Hi, Trish.
Yeah.
How are you? Hi, Trish. Say hi to everyone. Yay. She exists.
It's
hi.
all right. Hey, you know what?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a family show.
That's right. He's part of the family.
All
Not
right.
much longer, though.
So, moving on from the 28-year-old contact issue.
Injury?
Yeah, shuttlecock injury. This is real also. Rogue goats take over Idaho neighborhood. Wow. We're not kidding.
That's great.
Goats are not often recognized as being the most intrepid of creatures. I like that use of word. They got a Huffington Post when they're not doing those hilarious parent tweets.
Oh, God.
Doing all the good writing. Are aiming to change the goat game. On Friday, a neighborhood on the west side of Boise, Idaho, was taken over by about 100 of them, according to KTVB reporter Joe Paris, Who are these goats? Where did they come from?
It's award-winning work for
what
Joe.
What propelled them? Yeah, I know. You can tell Joe's just starting out in journalism because he's got the goat story. But there is a video. The reporter did post a video of all these random ass goats taking over a neighborhood in Boise, Ohio. Oh my God, Idaho, or Boise, Ohio, doesn't matter. The animals were snacking on lawns and flower bushes and stripping the leaves from trees, as goats are wont to do.
We should get him on the show.
We really can. Yeah. Hey, of all the people we've gotten on this show, we can get this guy.
Joe Pears is his big break.
Yes. Oh my God. People think that we're such a big deal and be like, shit. After they're on, wow, they've really done nothing for my career.
That was stupid.
Yeah.
I've actually lost my job because of that interview.
Okay, so yeah, that happened. And producer cousin Jeremy sent a couple of gems.
Jitterbug.
Yeah, from his jitterbug. What is a jitterbug? That was like
wasn't like an old person's phone
wasn't
or something?
That yeah. That's what it was. The giant character
the
phone,
big,
right?
Yeah, so you could see the numbers really well.
Yeah, the giant buttons. I don't need to read the story. This is just a gem of a headline. Man accused of filling water cup with soda at fast food restaurant tased, charged with robbery. Can you imagine? Like, yeah. All right, after you listen to the show, Google Jitterbug, because that's amazing.
Jitterbug phone.
But seriously, this guy asked for a water, filled it with pop. He got called. The cops called on him, and he got tased and charged with robbery.
Wow.
I've done that by accident. Like, you go to Chipotle and I try and get water and the damn lemonade comes out. I don't want it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad they're not tasing me.
You gotta hit the button behind it.
Yes, exactly. 48-year-old.
Hey, what instigated being tased, though? They could have just walked in and tased him.
All right, so he filled a water cup with soda at a restaurant and was confronted by an employee. All right, so someone's like hawking the
You can't steal lemonade!
Who told him he would have to pay for the soft drink. When confronted by an employee who informed him that he had to pay for the cup of soda, he refused and left out of the entrance. Oh, well, but still.
It's soda.
What do you like? What's the guy out there like mopping? Like, oh shit, he took Mr. Pibb. Like, come on, man. Thank you, Jeremy.
Going for Employee of the Month
Thank
award.
you. Yeah, no. Now I'm picturing like Coming to America, where you know he's like unscrewing the mop and like stopping Samuel L. Jackson in his fledgling career.
We want to recognize Ronald, who earlier this month stopped a thief from stealing Mr. Pibb.
I don't know if you saw this story, but so there's this. I had to reread it a couple of times. So, and it's not man. It says man in the headline. That's a mistake. It's a woman who actually does it. So it's woman who only wanted a shot. Or man. No, that's right. The man sitting down, getting this shot thing at this bar. A girl slapped the girl on the ass, and she turned around and punched her, and then turned back and proceeded to keep pouring the shot into this guy's mouth. So when you look at what it is, it's a bar where you pay to have this girl.
Okay, there's cleavage.
Yes.
A lot of it.
No, but she pours the shot into your face.
Okay.
Pulls your face into her boobs, and then pours more and pulls your face into her boobs. So that's what's happening.
Okay.
While this other girl gives her a good game, she turns around and punches her, and the story is about the one who assaulted her while she's doing the booby thing with the liquor.
So a girl who's watching this happen smacked her in the butt?
Yes.
And she punched her. Oh, you got the video. Oh, perfect.
Here's the video.
Ew.
Yep. See that girl? Oh, and she works there. Oh, she slapped her again. That girl works there. Oh, three times. Wow. Yeah. And then she goes right back to it and does. Oh, she slapped him and then does that. Yeah.
Wait, go back to the start of the video. She smacked her in the butt, like.
Yeah, she just gave her like a pass by, good game. Look. Bam.
Wow.
And one more. Whoa. Bam. Bam.
Yeah, she's like, what the.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
One more.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Well, there you go. Anywho,
hold on. Please be Florida.
So
it's got to be. Oh, it's New Orleans. Oh, it's New Orleans.
It's
so New Orleans.
The point of that story is what?
Point of that story is,
don't smack your coworkers in the butt.
I guess.
Yeah.
Me
While
too.
They're wearing red leather pants.
Hashtag Me Too and for a paid motorboat shot.
Oh. It wasn't even a motorboat shot. He got smacked in the face too.
Yeah.
You got a concussion out of that.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's why it starts with poor man.
Yeah, I hope it was worth
Guys,
it.
like gave her like $3 for a shot, gets punched in the face. And then this is the other contribution as a result of our conversation about the WNBA last week.
Oh, yeah.
There is an article, I shit you not, on CBS Sports. WNBA teams to be featured in video game for first time ever in NBA Live 18.
All right. Guess we'll never see that.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played NBA Live any.
Well, any video games, but yeah.
Yeah, but...
oh, yeah, I've never played NBA Live.
No.
Yeah. Well, good for them. Congratulations. Now, suck it up and play your game even when you get there 4 hours ahead of time.
Well, here's one. I love Mashable, and...
I love Lunchables.
The fact that... Ooh, those aren't good.
No, they're not.
Yeah. The fact that...
Unless they want to sponsor the show.
That it's become such an issue that there are now apps, but not one. There are 6. 6 apps to hide your secret nude photos.
Why do you got to hide them?
I don't... Well, I guess if your...
Hey, you want to see this?
Your phone gets hacked.
Oh.
Anyone who's tried online dating has this recurring nightmare. You show your friend, mom, Lyft driver a nice photo on your phone, a picture of your dog at the beach, or an overpriced avocado toast you had for brunch, and then they start swiping. Suddenly, the nosy phone holder swipes one photo too far, and bam, they've hit an explicit photo of your land down under.
Your junk.
The obvious solution would be to not send or save nudes at all, but who wants to do that? Sexting can keep a relationship hot during long distance, or if you're feeling yourself, help you stay body positive with a little nude selfie of how good you look. Online.
Long distance? How about, just being gone for the day?
Yeah. Private Photo Vault. Yeah, there are 6 apps.
What are they?
Private Photo Vault.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, get a pen. Best Secret Folder.
Okay.
Keep Safe Photo Vault.
Wait, so wouldn't it be more obvious to have an app like that on your phone?
Kind of. Well, yeah, but
the point?
At least this isn't. Yeah, I guess you. But I just feel like then you have to take the time to save it into this thing. Secret Calculator. Oh God.
It sounds like one of your dumb apps.
It does. Yeah. Secret Photo Album. That's one of those gems.
Real secret there.
Yeah. And Hide Photos Directly on Your Phone is the name of the 6th app.
Like, we should name one, make one and name it, this app does not contain nude secret
naked.
photos.
Not naked. Not naked. Full, just click on that.
Wow.
This has been out for a couple of weeks. But I totally forgot about it last week. Did you see the article about the ramen noodle thing? Or it's been on social media, too.
No.
Georgia police probe theft of $98,000 worth of ramen noodles.
How much? That's a lot. Aren't they like $1?
I'm pretty sure I saw someone, and I can't remember who exactly it was, but someone on Twitter last week said, if you were to eat ramen noodles 4 times a day for a year, it would cost, and it was like 1/8 of this cost, or like something insane.
Yeah, that's a lot of ramen noodles.
Authorities in Georgia are investigating the theft of a trailer loaded with $98,000 worth of ramen noodles. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office said the trailer was parked at Chevron Station in Fayetteville on July 25th, and when the driver returned August 1, he discovered the trailer and noodles were gone.
Why was it sitting there for so long?
I don't know. Police said witnesses reported last seeing the trailer on July 29th. The value of the missing ramen was estimated at about $98,000. Indicating up to 300,000 of the noodle packets were inside the trailer when it was taken.
Boy.
I haven't eaten... Dude, I've not... There's no way I've eaten 12 ramen noodle packets in my life.
300,000 of them?
Even in college, I didn't eat that.
If you ate 4 a day, it would take 205 years to finish them.
That's what the tweet was.
Here's the thing, though. People don't live that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're definitely shortening it up if you're eating that much ramen.
It's all the sodium.
A little bit of sodium in there.
Your blood pressure would be like
your
1,000.
No, it's just like you go in there and the
900.
doctor's like, and it just goes to the ramen setting immediately.
Had ramen recently?
Jesus.
Yes, sir. How many packets? 300,000.
Oh, God. This is unbelievable. And I said it to people at work today. And I work with mostly women, so of course they're like, "Why isn't this? Why? Of course it's men." But
if you ate 30 packets a day, you could finish that in 27 years.
You're not living 27 years. There's no way. There's no way. This is in Paris. Nope, those aren't mailboxes. Paris rolls out sidewalk urinals.
What? I love it.
Yeah.
That's great. What a great idea.
In Paris, authorities are taking an unusual approach to combat the scourge of public urination. Make urination even more public. The city is experimenting with completely exposed, eco-friendly urinals. The devices are called... Wait, hold on. Okay. And I guess in French, is that like uratoire? Uratoire, right? Or uratoire. It would probably be like in French, right?
Yeah,
uratoire. Which combines the words for urinal and pavement. Wow. They're not all subtle. Not at all subtle. They're bright red and in heavily trafficked areas. For example, directly next to oh my God, it's right by the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Oh boy.
You can look, that's like that'd be like people on the architectural boat tour going by and like me and you just like standing there peeing.
Why don't they just put porta potties out?
I don't know. The French, they do some interesting stuff. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, they're calling it an urban fixture.
All right. There you go. Congratulations.
Something. Yep.
Good luck.
Congested areas where there are urine issues.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Interesting.
Do you have anything before we go from the completely moronic to the inspirational?
No, let's go to the inspirational. And really excited about this, too, because our inspirational story of the week, we like to leave you with a positive story, feeling good, maybe after some bad stuff or some silliness. Yeah, after peeing in public next to Notre Dame Cathedral. And our inspirational story of the week this week is brought to you by the Health Guardian. HealthGuardian.com. It is a supplements company. There are a total of 10 products, from pain relief to weight loss to fat burning. The main product is called Cardio for Life. It's something, Jason, you take it. I've taken it for over a year now, every day for over a year. It's helped me get my blood pressure under regulation without any medication. If you have high blood pressure, or you know someone who does, or diabetes, or has suffered a stroke, or has heart disease or heart issues, Cardio for Life is an arginine-based powder. It's really simple. It mixes with water. It tastes great. It comes in 4 flavors. Check it out. Go to healthguardian.com and check out Cardio for Life. And here's the deal, too. I actually sell the stuff too, and my owner was wanted to get in to sponsor the podcast, and so I said, right, that's what you got to do. I didn't ask him, I didn't approach him. He approached me. He wanted to do it, so that's what we're doing. So Cardio for Life. Anybody in your life, diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, stroke, any kind of circulation issues, I'm telling you, this stuff is unbelievable. It's all natural. Check it out at healthguardian.com. If you call the office and you want to try some out, order a jar. It retails for $39.95. Call the office at 630-961-5145. Ask for me. Talk to me, Matt Abaticola. I will give it to you for wholesale price at $26. I might even give it to you, your first order, for $20 a jar. That's how much I believe in it. That's how much I want you to try it. So check it out, healthguardian.com, Cardio for Life, 630-961-5145.
Get the grape.
Grape is what I do them all, but grape's my favorite. It's just I need variation.
I've got so burned out on orange from doing Flex and
really?
I take I take it all, and all of it's that I have that I've had is orange, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. The grape is.
No, I love the grape, but I do rotation, so I'll usually go through like 2 grape, and then I go 1 like orange, a pina colada, peach.
If you're feeling frisky,
orange,
you call Matt and you get the pina colada. It feels almost like you're boozing while you're making yourself better.
My brother's taking out too. I made them start taking it last year. After we lost our oldest brother with heart disease, unknown, and just sudden cardiac arrest. My brother Dave in Arizona, he's an idiot, and I hate talking to him on the phone. He'll be like, hey, I'm running low. I'm like, oh, what flavors you need? I'll send you some. He's like, I like the pina colada because I like the alcohol in it. That's just every time he thinks it's funny. But
I was gonna say the truly dumb thing would be thinking you're shipping him like powdered booze.
No, or that he puts rum in it instead of water.
You know what? If you're gonna drink,
I've actually thought about it and doing it with like a club soda, mixing it up
like a
some rum,
Cardio for Life spritzer,
like a little Cardio for Life cocktail.
Oh man!
Actually, one of the products that Harry helped to formulate before he made his own. One of the companies, the product was called Cardio Cocktail, actually, and it was similar properties, but it was pre-mixed and it was actually served in a shot glass. They're like those tall shot glasses, and it said Cardio Cocktail on it. Yeah,
I like it.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't sell it anymore. That's why. Then he went on to eventually formulate his own product in 2009, which is Cardio for Life.
I like it.
Yeah,
but we still trick people into being healthy.
We still have customers that order Cardio for Life on a regular basis that were his customers for Cardio Cocktail.
No, because it's a smart. I feel like there are so many things that exist out there. It's become, as you know, just from working there and learning, it's become such a huge industry that you almost need like a smart hook like that. You need something, even if your product is far superior. There's so many things that get so convoluted. You almost need something that's like,
it's
what's going to make me think of that and like get it just because of that, and then it ends up helping.
Right. It's almost an $800 billion industry now, the supplement industry in the country, and so we have a full line of products for, like I said, pain relief, joint restoration, a pain relief topical cream. I'm going to be taking
some Flex this evening.
Yeah,
I worked out yesterday. My body is on fire.
Yeah, so that's our powder mixed with water, and again, that's for pain relief and joint restoration.
And some cleanse so I can poop.
Thermomax is the topical pain relief cream. Cleanse is a 3-in-1. It's a probiotic. It is also a daily fiber and anti-parasitic. It's something you take every day, though. The rest of your life is not just like a 30-day cleanse. The Cardio for Life comes in chewable tablets, also individual packet forms. We have the Slim Shake, which is a meal replacement, but it's not just a shake. 19 grams of whey protein, but also has 24 vitamins and minerals. 97 calories when you mix it with skim milk.
It's good for workouts, too.
It's great. Absolutely.
Well, I was reading about it, and that's exactly like what a lot of people would take before and after workouts, too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we what else do we have? Man Up, which is the testosterone booster. So basically it's a DHEA supplement, and you just look that up, and it's a precursor to whatever your body produces, whether it's testosterone or estrogen. But I think he's working on a product similar to Man Up, but for women. Yeah.
But that's also DHEA is also very good for workouts too. Like a lot of the stuff that you have is good, or also for I'm doing the vegan thing in September. A lot of the products, specifically Cardio for Life, is good for a lot of the minerals, vitamins and minerals that are not in a lot of vegan foods. Yeah. So all the B vitamins, iron, things like that are in a lot of your products too. So it's good for supplements as well.
We also have Trim, which is a capsule. It's a fat-burning capsule energy booster, and it's green coffee bean extract. This stuff is all natural, non-GMO. It's gluten-free. Sugar-free, Cardio for Life. The main ingredient is arginine, increases nitric oxide in your body, which increases oxygen flow, which adds elasticity back to arteries and veins. It actually melts away plaque. It'll increase that circulation that you need if you're diabetic and you're losing circulation in your hands or your feet, that's where it starts, and that's what leads to amputation. This brings the circulation back. I've heard stories of people that are on the verge of having an amputation. They start doing 3 doses of Cardio for Life in 3 a day, and after a couple of weeks, you see the reverse, and they're saving their limbs. I mean, this stuff, and again, it's all natural. It's the cool thing about it is it's science based. 1998, the Nobel Prize winners for science was based on nitric oxide research. This is where these products are formulated from, and we're not the only one in the market. Right. We just happen to be the most complete one, as well as the most affordable one.
Blood flow is the problem that it leads to a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, there are 4 big products out there. Ours is one of them, Cardio for Life. It retails for soon it's going to retail for $34.95. We have a competitor out there that retails for $39. There's one that retails for $87, and one that retails for $107. This is $34.95
for the same quantity.
For the same amount, but ours has the most ingredients.
Servings in it.
If you were to take all the ingredients in our product and buy them separately, you're going to spend over $300. You can get it for $34.95. Arginine, citrulline, which is also another amino acid your body needs. Vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12. Resveratrol, grapeseed extract. CoQ10, omega-3 from perilla oil. So it's animal friendly. It's vegan friendly. It's a great product. Check it out, healthguardian.com. If you call in, I'm telling you, call in and ask more questions. I'm happy to talk to you. Dr. Harry, who is my founder of the company, he's happy to talk to you, or a family member or a friend who might have medical issues, heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, circulation issues. Just check it out or give us a call, 630-961-5145. It retails for $39.95. If you call and talk to me, I'll even sell it to you for $20 for your first one.
One thing, if this helps, if you're still listening and you feel like you've all of a sudden channeled an infomercial.
I know. I apologize for it, but I believe in it, though, man.
But
That's the thing.
So I believe in it also just from talking to you and your passion, and I have the ability to Google and read and learn about these things. And I've been taking supplements for a long time. So I've been having some health stuff recently, and everyone's got like an opinion and idea. You should do this. You need to get on this. You should do this. You should do this diet. You should do this. Blah blah blah. So I trust my new doctor. He's been awesome, very transparent through this whole process. And I brought up diet things and things to him, and I showed him all the stuff that Matt has given me from Health Guardian that I'm taking. And the fact that I brought up vegan diet and diets, and he's not going to sugarcoat shit. And he's kind of like, well, basically there are no scientific facts that back that up, but you're going to spend more money on groceries. He's dead honest about it. I took pictures
about vegan stuff, or
no, just about anything.
Okay.
I'd say, well, I'm thinking of doing this. I've been doing this. I do this all the time. I'm changing this, things like that.
Yep.
He's totally truthful. And I just took pictures of all the labels, and showed them to him. And he's like, "Oh yeah, all everything that you're taking, that's good. That's good. That's the kind of stuff you need. Yeah, you have this. This can lead to circulation issues. That's good." We went through all the labels of the product. So for me, it was awesome to have the doctor that I'm entrusting with my health that's been shitty, trying to get better. He's like, "Don't stop taking those things."
Good.
So that's helpful for me. So if you think it's weird, seriously, talk to your doctor. If they say it's not worth it, it's not worth it. But man, it is. Life's too short to be stubborn.
The thing that's frustrating that I've learned over the last year plus now is that a lot of medical doctors want you on medications because they earn from that and they get money. If they push a certain drug company or a certain drug, they benefit from that. The issue with toxic medications that are made in labs and are not natural, usually what happens is one leads to a second, and the second leads to a third, and the third leads to a fourth. Well, and when you go in for high blood pressure,
side effects you have to counteract.
Right, you have to counteract the side effects. And when you go in for high blood pressure and they start putting you on one medication, a few years on the road, you end up taking 13 because you're dealing with this and this and this, which is caused by the poison you're putting inside your body, which is produced in a lab, and someone's making millions and billions of dollars of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think it's millions anymore.
It's billions. If you don't believe it, just do a quick Google search. You can Google anything now. Just Google financial records for lobbyists in Washington D.C. and tell me where the pharmaceutical lobbyists rank in our country over the last 20 years. And you're gonna see something amazing. Go back 22 years ago where pharmaceuticals was and where it is now in the top. Okay? If you don't think there's a correlation between that and the poisonous medications that are being pumped into our society, then you're a fool. It's that simple. Medical doctors generally don't want people doing natural things because it takes money out of their pocket. It takes money out of the pharmaceutical industry, which spends billions in lobbying Washington, D.C. It's that simple. So check it out. If you want more information, call me, 630-961-5145. I'll give you a great deal or send you information. If you want to take brochures and show them to your doctor like Jason did, you can do that as well, too. So inspirational story, which makes our hearts feel good. So does Cardio for Life.
Okay. It's from, what's funny is I searched 12 websites, and of course I ended up on the Good News Network, but I really was I opened it and then I just kept searching other ones to try and find better stories.
It's okay if you're addicted to it.
No, I'm not. It's just
they send you thank you letters.
It's the
every
best
month.
sort. They have no idea.
Thank you, Jason.
It'd be weird if they're asking for some kind of credit. No, they're the Good News Network. Right. Headline is 10-year-old rescues newborn using skills she used from watching YouTube videos.
Interesting.
So, as you've listened to this, I have taken a giant dump on kids and their YouTube video watching, but this actually ended up being helpful. A 10-year-old girl came to the rescue of her aunt and cousin earlier this week thanks to her adoration for baby dolls. Chloe Carrion was home alone with her aunt in Fairfax, Virginia when she heard her relative scream from the bathroom and say that she had just given birth to a baby. At first, Chloe didn't believe her. Her aunt had been keeping her pregnancy a secret from the family because she was scared and overwhelmed. When she was at home with her niece, she had gone to the bathroom for stomach pain, only to find out that she was in labor. As she was sitting on the toilet, she suddenly gave birth. Chloe finally ran to join her aunt in the bathroom. Her aunt was suffering from blood loss, handed Chloe the baby, and climbed into the bathtub to lie down because she had lost a ton of blood. Then she fell down and passed out unconscious. The 10-year-old niece immediately called 911 before calling her mother and alerting her of the situation. Chloe then remembered a series of YouTube videos that she had watched about taking care of baby dolls, so she decided to use the techniques taught in the video to care for her newborn cousin. She cleaned the baby, swaddled him, and even cut the umbilical cord with the help of a 911 dispatcher's coaching.
That's insane.
By the time paramedics arrived alongside Chloe's mother, the 10-year-old was in control of the situation. Yeah, that's an understatement. Chloe was just standing at the front door with the baby swaddled, and she was rocking him back and forth, her mother told the newspaper. I'm very proud of her. She was so brave, even as an adult. Me too. I don't think I could have done what she did. Chloe's aunt, who was taken to the hospital after the incident, has every intention of raising the baby after its sudden arrival. She even let Chloe name the little baby boy Isaac.
Wow.
This is a 10-year-old girl who, what are they showing in baby doll YouTube videos? Right. But swaddling and that stuff, I get it. But cutting the umbilical cord?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, kids are amazing.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So that what network is that from? That was
the Good News
Network.
Network.org.
All right, so that's our inspirational story of the week. Hope that it makes you feel good and smile on the inside. And it's for your heart health as well. Healthguardian.com, Cardio for Life. That's who brings us our inspirational story. That wraps up episode number 43. It's called Cashmere Hammer. I'd like to thank our friends, Health Guardian, healthguardian.com, Cardio for Life, as well as Will's Northwoods Inn. Check them out at willsnorthwoodsinn.com. Add a little bit of God's country in the heart of South Lakeview, and our presenting sponsor, Mickey Finn's, at 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in beautiful and historic downtown Libertyville. Great people, great food, fantastic beer, live entertainment every weekend. Check them out online at mickeyfinnsbrewery.com. On behalf of Jason, I'm Matt. This is the AFDE show, Abaticola Ferrari, discuss everything. Have a great week. Remember, be good to each other, love the ones you're with, and you never know. Life is short, so make the most of every day and every opportunity with the ones you love. This is episode number 43, Cashmere Hammer, Abaticola Ferrari, discuss everything.